let's address the elephant in the room first. Is Talisman Sinclair really that bad? Well, yes, but not for the reason you might think. Now, we all know how Kim Ji Hoon had absolutely neutered Talisman. Old Talisman used to inflict rupture potency equal to the stack on hit, or when hit. Modern Talisman has the same purpose, now inflicting rupture potency equal to the stack divided by 2, both on hit and when hit. Project Moon also decided to put a max stack on Talisman, up to a max of 6, and removed his support passive, which allowed him to grant an ally Talisman based on Gluttony res, instead replacing it with +1 rupture potency inflicted with skills. When hit with Talisman, the Talisman stack would be lowered by 1, and, in my honest opinion, this is where Project Moon should have stopped in terms of nerfing Talisman Sinclair, as it would still allow him to inflict a decent amount of rupture potency on hit, whilst nerfing the strength and permanence that Talisman used to provide. But Project Moon decided they never wanted him to see the light of day ever again. So they added one final line to the on-hit effect. On hit, consume 1 rupture count to inflict stack divided by 2 rupture potency. They made Talisman Sinclair the ultimate rupture count killer, and all he had to show for it was some measly rupture potency. Now, don't get me wrong, the skill 2 is still able to inflict up to a max of 8 rupture potency, more than any other skill 2 in the game. But the skill also consumes 6 count! More than any other skill in the game, besides Furioso Replica. Speaking of his skill 2, you can't even do his signature combo of an S2 into an S3, since Talisman has to consume rupture count in order to inflict rupture potency. Now, on paper, I actually think they made his kit very interesting, while still toning down his rupture potency abilities. But they just went way too far. Like, I genuinely believe if they increased the max stack to like 8 or 10, or if Talisman didn't decay at 6+ stacks, which by the way, there isn't even a reason for it to say 6+ stacks anymore, because the max stack is 6! He would have at the very least had an interesting niche that literally no other rupture ID has, allowing players to cash in rupture count for a ton of rupture potency. Before we continue, here's your quick reminder to like and subscribe. Despite all the nerfs, he is still a solid rupture potency inflictor. So, the theme of today's video is to use some of the best rupture potency applicators in the game. If we're looking at IDs with 2 skill slots, I actually believe that he's 2nd to 3rd place in rupture potency, right behind 7 Heathcliff and maybe W Corpy Song. Drifting Blade Ryoshu is also excellent for rupture potency too, though she doesn't benefit as much for being double slotted, since her follow-up attack can only trigger once per turn. Thanghan Honglu weirdly doesn't have a 15-3 conditional on his S1. Thank God, right? So that means it's not a dead skill, unlike the rest of his kit, in which his S1 also applies a decent amount of rupture potency. And Mao Otis is here for count management, since, well, just look at the talisman-shaped elephant in the room.
다음 세상으로 넘어가려면 자, 여기구나.
그야, 과거 너냐?
내 뒤.
거 하나 쓸라 그
승리를 위해서 다음 세상으로 넘어가려면 자, 여기구나.
한번 머리 버린
태풍
돌아볼 거 있으면 못 떨어진다 뭔가 지난 일이다 이 갱남은 그 칼을 싸게 뽑아봐야지
Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.